to refer this matter to a larger constitutional bench, observing that it needs to decide on quote-unquote whether certain religious practices can be protected under the Constitution. The Supreme Court has also asked all the petitioners and the respondents to file their respective submissions within a week. So no verdict yet on the entry of women. Remember, this is a case that has been going on for a very long time now, with the activists belonging to the Right to Pray camp saying that women should not be discriminated against and should not be barred from entry into the sanctum sanctorum just because they are women. Abhimanyu joining us with more details. Abhimanyu, take us through what happened in the court.
Well, as you correctly stated, the hearing in this matter has been going on since a long time before the apex court. Of course, there have been several sets of arguments which have already been put in course of hearing before the apex court, and today several applications numbering more than 15 opposing the entry of women in the Sabarimala temple were filed before the apex court, which included several applications by several individuals and groups, which included the Raja of Pandala, an independent legislator from Kerala, an organization claiming to represent Brahmins of Kerala, and several other organizations who had sought their imprisonment and had intervened on various grounds. They had sought that their views should also be heard before the Supreme Court gives any particular verdict in this regard. Of course, there have been submissions which have been put forth by the temple board and also by the Kerala government before in this case, and now with the entry of several other petitioners, it is expected that the hearing and the process of hearing of the entire case would lengthen. Also, with the Supreme Court indicating that the matter may be referred to a larger bench, of course, several aspects would be re-examined threadbare as far as the hearing and further hearing, if at all it goes to a constitution bench, is concerned. So several new aspects in the case might also crop up in due course. So that is something which cannot be ruled out at this point of time. But as far as different parties, different individuals and groups are concerned, we can expect several other points and issues on the basis of which arguments would be put and the future course of hearing would go on.
Abhimanyu, this is very, very significant because this isn't just about Sabarimala. While this is a particular case and a temple we are talking about, this is in line with similar cases we've seen in other parts of the country, whether it be Haji Ali or Shani Shingnapur. And now the Supreme Court saying that it needs to perhaps decide whether a larger constitutional bench should look at certain religious practices being protected under the Constitution. Will this have a bearing on other similar cases?
Well, exactly. This will have a bearing on similar cases, and not only pertaining to temples, but also pertaining to several religions and religious groups, because this has got to do with the rights of women and is not necessarily only related or concerned with religion. So, of course, as far as the Supreme Court has indicated, and also in the course of hearing, it has been stated that women's rights should not be violated at any cost, or whether any religious practices can override the constitutional rights which are given to women, and that concerns not only this case but several other cases, and their fates are also indirectly or directly linked to the hearing of this case. So of course it gains significance, and also with the entry of several new petitioners and pleaders, of course it will turn out to be a lengthier legal battle.
Right, the court has given the respondents and the petitioners 1 week to file their submissions. Thanks very much, Abhimanyu, for joining us with that.